What is up, PokeMoshPit? I'm Maxprotect, and today here we have an interesting battle against someone that goes by the name of Broski. So he's going to lead out with this thing, and that's not exactly a very common lead, but I know those are Scarfed, and I know some of them have Focus Blast. So I'm going to go into Jirachi right here, and if he wants to Focus Blast, or Draco Meteor, or Surf, I don't care about either of those. The only thing that would pose a problem is Flamethrower, and I know he's not going to Flamethrower right off the bat on my Tyranitar. So right here, I expect him to switch into something else because it's completely unreasonable to stay in. So I'm going to switch into my Tyranitar again to set up my Stealth Rock, just as I had intended on the first turn, but couldn't. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up my rocks, and he's going to go for the T-Wave. I know I'm not really threatened by this thing at all. And actually revealing that his last move is Stealth Rock, I know it's going to carry Seismic Toss and Soft Boiled. So now I know that Flamethrower is not present, and I can switch into my Jirachi. Now I grayed this part out and sped it up a little bit because my intention right here was just to get a Wish Up and hopefully get him to switch because of the obvious annoying Paraflinching Serene Grace Jirachi. But that doesn't actually end up happening, and he's just going to stay in here and reveal to me that he will stay here and stall and play defensively for as long as it takes. He does get bored eventually, though, and switches into Shandera, or I guess Chandelier would be the English name. And that pair of hacks didn't really matter at this point. I just probably went for the Body Slam. I protected right there just to see what he wants to lock himself into because I have a strong belief that it is in fact Scarf, since most of them are. And because I saw that he locked himself into Flamethrower, I can safely bring in my Tyranitar, not get burned because I'm paralyzed, and pursued it on the switch. Which is exactly what ends up happening, and bam, right off the bat, Chandelier is dead. I'm so glad I got that thing out of my way. It's 6-5. Now, he's going to bring in his Hydreigon again, and my thought process right here is that he saw me switch to Jirachi last time, so now I'm going to stay in and go for the Ice Beam, and thankfully he went for the Surf, and I know I'm able to take that, but I'm paralyzed, and I was not able to get the Ice Beam off. I'm thinking maybe I can live another one, and I do, but I'm paralyzed again. And it's just, oh my god, I went for the Ice Beam twice right there. I wanted that thing dead so badly, but that didn't end up happening, and another Surf will definitely take me out. It's now 5-5. I'm going to go into Jirachi now, because I know he can't do anything to me. I'm going to force the switch, and he's going to go into Skarmory. I went for the Wish on the switch, but unfortunately got Parahaxed. Again, not really a big deal. Just wanted to ensure a safe switch in for whatever. But because it's a Skarmory, I do predict it to set up spikes or something along those lines. And I'm going to switch into my Rotom right here, and he actually goes for the Iron Defense. And that is very interesting, to say the least. I've seen that a few times before, but not very often. So because I saw the Blissey in the team preview, good old Skarmbliss combo, I'm not going to go for the T-Bolt. I'm actually going to go for the Pain Split right here because I know Blissies have a massive amount of health, and Pain Split will bring it down to the range where it will probably want a Soft Boiled, and this ensures that I can safely switch in to anything without getting S-tossed. And I want my guys to be at as high health as possible, simple as that. So right here, I know the Skarmory switch is going to be coming up because it completely walls Excadrill, and that's exactly what he's going to want to do. So, my plan right here is to switch into Vendorous against the Skarmory. Because I know that thing will be threatened, my plan right here is to get a nasty plot up, and when he switches back into Blissey, be able to fire off a boosted Focus Blast. However, he makes a really great play right here. He goes into Liartes, his Garchomp, as I set up my nasty plot, and he actually bluffs the Scarf right here. If I T-bolted, he would have been safe anyways, and he switches into him, and my thought process is, why would you switch into something that's so much faster than you, has a nasty plot up, and can OHKO you with Hidden Power Ice? I simply couldn't take that chance. I thought it was Scarfed, and because he switched out later on, he revealed to me that he isn't Scarfed. So, great move on his part. It got my Thundurus to about half health without doing anything. So, pretty awesome stuff. We're going to go back into our Jirachi and Blissey right here just for a lack of a better switch, I guess. And I'm going to get the Wish Up, and I'm going to go into my Excadrill because, like I previously said, I want my guys to be at as much health as possible. So the Skarmory switch is ever so obvious here. However, I can't just try the same trick I tried a couple of turns ago with the Thundurus. I'm really starting to run out of options here. He can't keep coming in and taking the Stealth Rock and Sandstorm damage over and over again. So I had to go for the Swords Dance, and I wanted to see how much Rock Slide would do, and it actually did a ton. I'm actually thinking that I can KO the second turn, even after the Iron Defense. And I go for it, and it goes down, and it lives with like 2 health. And because of that, it gets up the Roost, and from here on, things just go downhill for me. I grade this part out because all we're really doing right here is setting up Swords Dances and Iron Defenses. And because Skarmory has a higher defense stat than my attack stat, after a bunch of boosts, he's actually going to get the benefit of a higher stat. So my Rock Slide will be doing less and less each time, despite the fact that we're both getting up attack and defense boosts. And he actually goes for Brave Bird right here after setting up a Swords Dance of his own, and that really caught me off guard. I did not anticipate it to do that much damage. And I know he's going to go for the Roost right here because this whole game I've just been observing how he plays, and I know he plays defensively, so I have my one last chance to bring in Thundurus to try and do something. Now because, like I said, he was playing so defensive, I thought he would be switching out to Blissey right here. But he makes another really great move. He anticipates my nasty plot, and he goes for the Brave Bird and just kills me off. So wow, this guy is just killing me in predictions right now. I bring in Rotom. I anticipate him to switch out, but he actually stays in and just goes balls out offense with a Skarmory, so really didn't expect that from him. He's been playing so defensively all game, and now he's just going balls out trying to take everything down with him. So things are really starting to look bad for me right now. I have this Rotom sitting at about 40% health. I have an Excadrill sitting at 38 health who will die to Life Orb after a hit. And I have this Jirachi, which I'm going to switch into right now because I anticipate the Stone Edge. It misses, however, it didn't matter too much in the long run, and you'll see why in a minute, because I'm an idiot. Because it wasn't Scarfed, I predicted it to be Banded, but he switches moves, and now just destroys me. So basically, he has his Garchomp left, he has his Hydreigon left, he has his Scizor left, and he has a Blissey left. So I basically have to take on all of those guys with just my Gliscor. And a really important part right here, I go for the Ice Fang, expecting him to bring in his Hydreigon, anticipating me to Earthquake, and that actually doesn't end up happening. He wants to trick me into believing that he's going to stay in and not switch out no matter what. So in his mindset, I'm just going to keep using Earthquake to break that substitute. So he finds this turn to be the perfect turn to switch, and in real time we actually thought a lot about this turn, and he does switch out into his Hydreigon. However, I anticipate the switch, I go for the Ice Fang instead of the Earthquake like he thought, and yes, I'm able to kill that thing off, which would have absolutely raped my team. And all he has left now is Blissey, he has his Garchomp, and he has his Scizor. None of those 3 guys are special attackers, so maybe, just maybe, it's possible for me to pull this one out of my ass. I taunt the Blissey right here because I don't want it trolling me with Soft Boiled, and knowing this guy, if he could sit there and just Soft Boiled and get me to run out of Earthquakes, he will do it. And Earthquake actually does a lot of damage. I am invested in some attack EVs, but I didn't expect it to do that much. But it really didn't matter in the end because Poison Heal heals me a significant amount, and another Earthquake does in fact take him out. So Blissey down, 2 more to go. He brings in his Scizor to try and get my health down as low as possible with Bullet Punch. An Earthquake will be taking it out. And he's down to his last guy. He's going to bring in Liartes, and this is it. He goes for the Outrage right here. I'm able to live it. Go for the Ice Fang. Thankfully, no Sandvale hacks. I'm able to get it off. And Garchomp goes down. So wow, what a match. Great game, dude. Lots of fun. Please check out my channel. I've recently started uploading videos again. I would say check out his channel, but I don't believe he has a YouTube. Also, props to Hayden and King Daddy DMAC for running this thing. For someone new like me, it's a just really cool idea to be able to put out videos for you guys without exactly being known. So that is it, guys. I'm Maxprotect, and I'm out. Peace.